So it has been a little while since we last talked about 6ix9ine, and the last time we caught up with our rainbow-haired friend, he was getting the brakes being off of him at LA Fitness, which can we acknowledge is a hilarious way for him to get touched after the whole snitching situation. Out of all the people he has ever beefed with, some random LA Fitness goons catch him in his Daisy Dukes. These guys were such a joke, in fact, that the girlfriend of one of them started a GoFundMe to get him bailed out. Like, no, your husband is equally as stupid for risking his freedom over a meme rapper. Like, how do they catch you lacking at a low-cost gym? I'm telling you guys, LA Fitness is like one step away from Planet Fitness. That's his cousin. And that's how you know the money is drying up quickly for this man, as he still tries to flex on Instagram like he has millions coming in. Because when he denied his witness protection, he knew that he would essentially need money to hire 24/7 security if he wanted to remain safe. And for a while, that's what he did. But now that we are years removed from his release, and obviously he's been blackballed from the industry, the man is always seen out solo dolo like a duck on the water. And so in the current day, you see him spending a lot of time in other countries where it must be safer for him to move around and likely have cheaper security. And today I actually do have a couple of updates for you guys, including 6ix9ine's arrest over in the Dominican Republic, as well as him being exposed by his former best friend SteveWillDoIt. Because 6ix9ine essentially took the only bridge that he had left and burned it to the absolute ground. Like, this was the only guy still trying to keep his name relevant, maybe outside like a DJ Academics, but in a business sense, Steve was the only one still giving him opportunities. And here we are on Instagram where Academics shares 6ix9ine's mugshot. Someone in the comments says, "I seen that look in his eyes before. Someone going down. Bro's ready to snitch again." He about to snitch on the entire Dominican Republic. So yeah, obviously people are gonna get their jokes off. I do feel like 6ix9ine has been arrested both in America and abroad several times now since he was released from prison. I mean, let's be honest, I think he just doesn't give a shit. And obviously when it comes to countries like the Dominican Republic, you're not gonna have celebrities even of his caliber just walking around there very often, so the general public thought this was a pretty big deal, okay? They're saying free 6ix9ine. That's like their Latin king, I guess. And I'm pretty sure the majority of 6ix9ine's money at this point is coming from some sort of like OF page. Which when a rapper is out here doing OF, you know their career is on the downward trajectory. Or pretty much anyone who's out here doing OF who was known for doing something else previously, career is going down. And some of you guys might have been wondering what 6ix9ine even did to get him landed in jail. He allegedly assaulted 2 producers in the Dominican Republic and tried to flee the country, but was arrested at the airport. His Dominican fans have been protesting for his release for over a week, so people are heavily invested in this shit. And now he is free on a $500,000 bond. Protesting for an entire week for 6ix9ine's release is just an insane level of glazing. And you know this is one man who is happiest when he has his lawyers around. That's where he feels right at home. Pretty sure this guy's got his hands on his lap. I mean, just truly look at this shit. This is all for him. You got people climbing up poles. And here's where we get to the meat and potatoes of the video, where Steve is talking about why he's no longer friends with 6ix9ine. You know, after 6ix9ine was released from prison, these two actually became very close after they did a collaboration with Nelk. And for a good while there, Steve was really the only person who was willing to collaborate with 6ix9ine and continued to put his face in front of millions of people when he was obviously going to be blackballed by the industry. And of course, Steve was getting some banger videos from it, but in general, I would say that 6ix9ine was getting more out of their relationship, and it did seem like these two were genuinely friends, but I guess Steve made a mistake, something you should never do, and went into business with his quote-unquote best friend.
You were friends with Danny, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't he like my best friend?
Yeah.
We could talk good about him a bit. Like, he was super nice. He was like a good friend to me.
He was around every day. We did a lot of stuff together.
Yeah.
So everything was good until they got into business together. Obviously, once money gets involved in personal relationships, it typically does not end well.
On October 27th, 2022, right? I got him a deal to play video games once a week, and I co-signed the deal. So basically, I was responsible if he didn't deliver. And that wouldn't have been the biggest of deals if they didn't front him so much money paid up front. because originally they were not going to give him like any money, but he spoke to the CEO and he said he wants $2 million up front to buy a content house, right?
So 6ix9ine takes this deal for $2 million, and obviously with his bad track record, and the CEO probably just not being an idiot, he said, okay, we'll give you this $2 million, but as some leverage for myself, SteveWillDoIt is going to be on the hook for your money because I know your ass is broke. And Steve is obviously loyal to a fault, so he's going to help out his boy. I mean, all he had to do was stream a video game or stream whatever he wanted for 1 single hour a week. $2 million deal. I mean, that's insane.
$2 million up front to buy a content house. And then he just didn't stream at all, and I couldn't get him to stream. He streamed, so he signed it in October, and then he did his first stream like 2 months later, and then he did a total of 5 streams in like 6 months, and then he just completely stopped. He knew I had responsibility for it, and the most thing about it is if you speak to him, or if like I have a friend speak to him, his biggest excuse that he has, and that makes me upset and think that he's a psychopath, he says that I made Steve. That's what he thinks. He thinks he's made me. Like, he made SteveWillDoIt who he is. Like, SteveWillDoIt would be nothing if it wasn't for me. And that's just so, like, not true.
And so obviously in this situation, 6ix9ine is just being a bad person. Like, if your friend puts their neck on the line for you and they financially vouch for you, okay, it's like your grandma signing for you on a car and then you just never make the payment and you f up grandma's credit, you up her whole retirement. Like, that is essentially what 6ix9ine did here, and then the only excuse is, oh, well, I made you who you are, I gave you this career, so foot my $2 million bill. When in reality, it was quite the opposite. Like, at the time these two linked up, SteveWillDoIt was absolutely skyrocketing in popularity, and meanwhile 6ix9ine was definitely on the downturn and scrambling for any sort of attention that he could get once he realized the industry was not going to embrace him in the slightest.
It was kind of my fault because I know he over business-wise, honestly. Like, so I'm the dummy and I'm the piece of shit for even co-signing him. So yeah, I'm just gonna move on from 6ix9ine.
I mean, I think we've all had someone who we've wanted to help out at some point who might not have the best track record when it comes to being a responsible person. And a lot of times in those situations, sadly, you will get snake bitten and you will learn why other people do not want to deal with this person. And I actually looked into it and found this video where Steve talks about why exactly 6ix9ine needed this money and how broke he actually was.
So what happened between you and 6ix9ine?
Right, so I got him a deal, right? To play video games
With Rumble?
once a week for an hour.
Damn.
$2 million up front, and he just doesn't do it. He had no money at the time, and he needed money to he breaks up with his girlfriend, and he needs money to buy Birkin bags for all these black chicks and give away money to make his girlfriend jealous. That's literally like the factual story. I need money right now. I have no money, and I gotta make my ex-girlfriend jealous by trying to have sex with all her friends.
So right there, you're getting a glimpse into the mind of 6ix9ine, someone who at this point does probably not have enough money coming in compared to the lifestyle that he's trying to lead. And instead of trying to save that money or use that $2 million responsibly, he's out here buying Birkin bags for a bunch of randoms. It's been well documented on his Instagram page, trying to smash his ex's friends.
Ran with 2 M's.
But it was also like them f***ing up the relationship and shit, so it's more than just like $2 million.
Yeah, I mean, he's with his whole business, and at the end of the day, had 6ix9ine actually streamed consistently and done well on the stream, I'm sure once he would have showed his loyalty to this website, I think it's Rumble, they would have offered him a way bigger contract than that.
He's just a bad person, dude. The guy does not got it like that.
Damn.
No.
Describe got it like that. I bet you got it like that. I'm pretty sure you got it like that.
When I say got it like that, I mean like, dude, you see these videos of him giving away money and stuff, it's never his money. It's just like he's actually like, that's what I mean when I say he doesn't got it like that.
This man Steve is out here spilling all the tea, talking about those were fake money giveaways. He was giving away that Happy Dad money, he was giving away that Nelk check.
When he gives his mom a car, it's him buying himself a car. Like, he doesn't, he's not a nice person. He's a lazy Mexican. Dude.
Damn.
That's key.
Chill out, Steve.
No, I don't know.
An hour of work, $2 million, an hour of work a week, it's like, bro, what Mexican would turn that down?
Bro, I know Mexicans are gonna kill for that.
Yeah, that's
like literally.
Dude, a lot of people, period, would literally kill a man for this $2 million check. And I like how this guy in the background is getting all nervous when he's talking about being a fake flexer, because that's literally this dude's entire brand. And even DJ Academics got in on the action, telling his individual story about when he tried to do business with 6ix9ine.
Me and 6ix9ine just go back way longer than you, but there was
Did he ever do you dirty?
I never did business with him.
Okay.
But I peeped it. I've always said it. That's the only thing I say with you. I'm like, yo, I've seen how he treated money. So he would treat money like,
Oh,
yeah, all you guys just happen to be
you had to
around.
see that was coming.
So I never did business with him. He's never had a chance to do that to me.
No, I put myself in his shoes. Like, if I had to stream for my friend so he doesn't lose $2 million, I would just do whatever it takes to take 1 hour out of the week. 1 hour of the week and just stream. Whether I give it a half-ass or, you know what I'm saying?
6ix9ine is about himself, bro. Like, when it comes to shit like that.
No, but it's 1 hour.
No, I agree.
Of him at his house.
So yeah, this is somebody who's loyal to a fault versus somebody who's actually more based in reality. Like, you know what type of time your boy is on, you know who he actually is. So yeah, we might be good friends, we might hang out all the time, but I'm not gonna let you fuck up my money.
He could be petting his dog for an hour.
Yo, put like this.
He could be asleep.
Yo, put like this. When I was first getting my podcast, 6ix9ine comes and tells me, yo, let's do a joint podcast maybe. And I was like, oh fuck, this is great. Like, we're gonna get like a huge bag, blah blah. And like through my lawyer, my agent, and even having these conversations, it was like, yo, bro, you know 6ix9ine's gonna do 3 episodes and not show up again. You know this.
Yeah, I'm sure the whole thing was just so frustrating. You think you're really helping your friend out, you put your neck on the line. All you have to do is stream for 1 single hour a week, and he can't even do that for you. You're probably hitting him up, asking him what's going on. He's like, F you, I made you. Even Kodak Black got in on the action during a recent Drink Champs interview, where he talks about criticism he received over a song that he made with 6ix9ine, saying it was really on some shit like when they first heard about it, I wrote some shit like hell yeah. It wasn't nothing to think about, it wasn't nobody needed to call and ask do this, It ain't nothing to think about, that's an M, my man. One song, it's like, what the homie? I understand the value of $1, $100 is still $100, a band is still a band. Black went on to say that working with 6ix9ine wasn't a bad thing because his snitching situation had nothing to do with him. He stated that's a problem for those truly affected by 6ix9ine's actions. So he said, I don't give a what happened back then, I'm gonna get my bag. It's just amazing to me that 6ix9ine took what was basically the only friend he had in this industry and whipped his dong out and pissed all over their relationship. I mean, Steve is obviously still really big on the internet. 6ix9ine doesn't have a lot of opportunities left. Maybe streaming could have been his next thing, but now that entire situation is down the toilet. But y'all let me know what you guys think about this down below. As always, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. But as you guys know, it's been your boy the Tan Superman, and some other washed up rappers out here need to be covered, so I'm out. Peace!